Hi, I'm Alejandro Ojos, and today we're in Berlin at the launch of Intel Core Ultra Series 2 processors, also known as Lunar Lake. And today with us, we have Garth. Hey Garth, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Doing great. So tell us, what do we have here? This looks pretty cool.
So this is bringing AI adventure gaming to life. So with adventure gaming, typically characters are created by players, and they move through a fantasy world. And one of those players is typically the leader, and they describe all of the environments and the situations that all the characters find themselves in. And so with adventure gaming to life, what we're doing is we're actually adding visualization to all of those different scenes. That game leader, they act as the referee, and they're going to go ahead and describe all of the different scenes. And so we can actually now allow all of the players to see all of that adventure as it gets created. You know, typically with adventure gaming, you don't have a board. Everything is taking place in all of the game players' minds. So all using their imagination, and now they're going to be able to visualize it.
So you're saying that my Friday nights are going to get even better?
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so how does it work?
Okay, so what we're looking at right now is the game leader's view, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to set up a theme for our game. And so I'm going to say our game is going to be dark, scary, and let's say blue lights.
Gotcha. So this is the overall theme of this world or this mission that we're playing today.
That's right. And so this is the general vibe of the game that we're going to have. Now the next thing I'm going to do is describe the first scene. So typically the game leader would say that, verbalize the scene, describe it to all of the players, and so that's exactly what I'm going to do here. So I'll say something like, you find yourself in front of a magnificent castle surrounded by fog and covered in blue lights.
Oh, that's great. So it's speech.
It's speech, exactly, just like I would a normal game, right? A normal adventure game. So now you can see it actually has created our prompt. It took what I said and turned that into text. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add our theme to our prompt. This next part might sound a little weird, but what I'm going to do is now I'm going to use an LLM to take what I've said and turn that into a prompt for Stable Diffusion. Now, the reason I'm going to do that is because I want my whole game to have a theme. And as we're adding our prompts to the LLM, or as we're using that to generate the prompts, it's actually adding to the context of the large language model. And so the next image I generate will still have that context, and it'll be able to generate a similar looking image.
Oh, that's pretty cool. So that means that the whole story stays cohesive of the whole adventures that we're doing right now.
Exactly. So this is actually running now on the GPU. This is actually Llama 3 that's taking that prompt that I said and turning that into a prompt for Stable Diffusion. And now let's go ahead and generate the image. This is actually all running on the NPU. This is the LCM Stable Diffusion model. And now you can see our beautiful castle. Now, the other thing that's really interesting is below, we've actually created a depth map. So we're going to add this 3D effect to this image. And as the game master, I now see, oh, this is the image that I created. Now I'm going to go and I'm going to update the view that all of the players see. So I come up here, and I refresh this one. And now you can see, now all the players get to see this view, right? And what's really cool is if I move the mouse, you can see we've got our depth. So that gives it that parallax effect and really adds to the immersive experience of the game.
Yeah, this is pretty amazing because it even helps you, at least everybody kind of the same page, like this is what we're looking at or transforming. And actually you can even play off of that and add it into the game.
Exactly.
That is pretty cool. So you're saying that it uses the different AI engines that we have on Lunar Lake.
Right. So using this, we did whisper transcription. That was using the NPU. That's when I spoke the prompt. We used the GPU to do the LLM portion to actually take that prompt and turn it into something for Stable Diffusion. We used the NPU to actually generate the image. So that was used to generate the image. We used the CPU to do the depth map. And we also did super resolution, which runs on the CPU.
Well, that's pretty cool. This is amazing. I can't wait to use this to play with our friends.
Yeah, so it really creates that new immersive experience, and it's all running locally. Nothing went to the cloud. This all happened locally on this system.
Wow, this is awesome, Garth. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.